Tel Aviv, June 2nd, 1967. For 24-year-old Dudi, it was an ordinary summer day. The streets were alive, cafes were full, buses and cars moved through the city, and life carried on much as it always had. Dudi had come to return something his grandfather thought he had lost.
Grandpa, I found what you've been looking for. It was at home all along.
A small stone from Jerusalem.
I can't believe you found it.
His grandfather had kept it from the Western Wall, a place he had not been able to visit for nearly 19 years. Beyond that apartment, another uncertainty hung over the country. For weeks, tensions had been rising. Egyptian forces had moved into Sinai. The Straits of Tiran had been closed to Israeli shipping, and armies across the region were preparing for the possibility of war.
The summer heat hangs heavy in the air, but the energy of the city is unstoppable.
Tensions in the region remain high. Egyptian forces continue their deployment in Sinai. General Moshe Dayan has assumed his duties as Minister of Ran to Israeli shipping. Diplomatic efforts continue as the public is urged to maintain its normal routine.
And yet, life continued.
Yes, truly perfect.
People went to work, they met friends, and walked beneath the summer sun. By Friday evening, June 2nd, life across Israel carried on as normally as it could. Families gathered at home, sharing dinner and listening for the latest radio reports. Everyone had heard the news. Everyone knew the situation remained uncertain.
The public is urged to remain calm.
As night settled over Tel Aviv, the city refused to surrender to fear. Friends still met, restaurants stayed open, music filled the cafes and bars. For a few precious hours, people chose to live as though tomorrow would be just another Saturday.
הלילה עוד צעיר בעיר, האור רוקד על החלונות, צלילי פסנתר מעבר לרחוב, מושכים אלינו עוד חלומות. מישהו צוחק ליד הדלת, מישהו מזמין עוד כוס. עוד לילה אחד, עוד לילה אחד, בוא נשאר עד שהאור ירד. The needle found an old refrain. The room grew softer once again. Smoke was drifting through the light, like every dream belonged tonight. A quiet laugh across the room. The band had left, but not the tune. Another round, another smile. Nobody cared about the time. Raise your glass, don't count the hours. Some nights bloom like summer flowers. Stay until morning. Stay for one more song. Let's leave tomorrow
Sunday morning, June 4th, 1967. Like thousands of reservists across Israel, Dudi had been waiting for the call,
What aren't you telling us?
not knowing when it would come, only that sooner or later it would. Then the telephone rang. One sound.
Yes, sir. I understand.
And everything
Yes,
changed.
sir. I'll get ready and be there as soon as I can.
The mobilization order had finally arrived. Within minutes, the uncertainty was over. The waiting had ended. Quietly, Dudi prepared himself. There was
I have to
nothing
go.
left to discuss. Only one goodbye remained. No speeches, no promises, just an embrace held a little longer than usual.
Morning light upon the street, coffee drifting through the air. Everybody somewhere goes.
By the time Dudi reached the base near Rehovot, hundreds of reservists had already arrived. Among them was an old friend from his army service, Efraim. In uncertain times, familiar faces had a way of making even a military camp feel a little more like home. As evening settled over the camp, Dudi found a quiet moment to call his family. His sister answered. She told him that their grandfather had been admitted to the hospital after his blood pressure had suddenly risen. Dudi did his best to reassure her. He promised that everything would be all right, that he would return home soon. Neither of them could know how much the days ahead were about to change. By the evening of June 4th, 1967, nearly every Israeli reserve unit had reached its assigned position. Across the Sinai Peninsula, Egyptian forces remained deployed in overwhelming numbers. While the nation waited anxiously, only a handful of men inside the Israeli government knew that a decision had already been made.
Attention, this is Radio Cairo. The armed forces of the United Arab Republic stand fully prepared. Our soldiers await only the order to advance. The liberation of Arab land is near, and the enemy will face the full strength of our army.
June 5th, 1967. Before sunrise, the camp slowly came to life. Dudi awoke to another morning of waiting.
Boker Tov. 20 minutes. Everyone with full gear in the center outside.
The briefing was brief. The mission remained unchanged. They were still preparing to parachute into the Sinai, Egypt. Then, the silence shattered. Israeli fighter jets thundered overhead, flying low toward Egypt. In that instant, they knew the war had begun. The orders had been given. Within minutes, the men of the 55th paratroopers were fully equipped and boarding their transport aircraft. Like everyone else, Dudi believed they were on their way to Sinai.
What's happening? We're not going to Sinai. What? I can't hear you. We're not going to Sinai. Then where are we going? Jerusalem. We're going to Jerusalem.
Dudi and the men of the 55th Paratrooper Brigade had trained for months to parachute into the Sinai Peninsula. But on the morning of June 5th, 1967, everything changed. Their mission was suddenly cancelled. Instead of preparing for Egypt, they were rushed by bus to West Jerusalem.
This is it! You are the best soldiers in the IDF. I don't just believe it, I know it. I've seen you train. Now, let's liberate Jerusalem! For Jerusalem!
While Israel's Air Force destroyed the Egyptian Air Force on the morning of June 5th, another front was rapidly escalating. Despite Israeli messages urging Jordan to stay out of the war, Jordan entered the conflict. Artillery batteries opened fire on West Jerusalem, while Jordanian forces launched attacks across the city. The battle for Jerusalem had begun.
Move! Get off the street! Mortar! Forward! Move up! Second! Windows! Dudi! Forward! Forward!
We have taken control of the building. Over.
Throughout June 5th, fighting spread across Jerusalem. Israeli forces pushed Jordanian troops from positions threatening the western city. But for the 55th paratroopers, the decisive battle was still ahead. Their next objective was to break the Jordanian defensive line north of the Old City and open the road to Mount Scopus. Standing in their way was one of the strongest Jordanian positions in Jerusalem, Ammunition Hill.
How was your day? I can't complain, but I'll definitely ask for a raise next month.
Dudi Efraim. Briefing in 5 minutes.
The orders were brief and direct. Their objective was to break through the Jordanian positions guarding the approaches to East Jerusalem. The paratroopers would move under cover of darkness, divided into small groups, advancing on foot through the rocky hills. Resistance was expected to be heavy. Once they reached the enemy positions, each group would attack from a different direction. For Dudi and the others, the briefing was over. Now they had to get there.
Drop to one knee! Dudi, jump out now! Now! There, now!
Efraim, let's go!
בסוף הקרב יורד השקט, אבק כבד על האבנים, הלילה עוד עוטף את הדרך, ואנחנו עוד כאן עייפים.
Dudi and Efraim had made it to the end of the trench, but across Ammunition Hill the battle was still raging. Through the smoke and darkness, they spotted other Israeli paratroopers. After the chaos of the trenches, seeing friendly faces again brought a brief moment of relief.
Efraim, you okay? I'll be okay. Let's move. Yalla.
By 6:30 on the morning of June 6th, Ammunition Hill had fallen strangely quiet. Dudi and Efraim moved forward cautiously, unaware that the battle they had fought through all night was finally coming to an end.
What's happening? It's over. We have the hill. Vegas oestra.
On the morning of June 7th, Israeli paratroopers were ordered toward Jerusalem's Old City. After 2 days of fighting, the ancient walls were finally within reach. Among the soldiers moving forward were Dudi and Efraim, exhausted, wounded, and still carrying the scars of Ammunition Hill. Neither knew what awaited them ahead, or that they were about to witness one of the defining moments in Jerusalem's history.
עוד נשמע קול צעדים מן החול עלינו יחד אל הרים העתיקים. השמש עולה על הדרך, אור נוגע באבנים, כל אחד נושא בלבו זיכרונות של שנים. ירושלים אור של בוקר על החומה ועל הלב, דרך פחד, דרך לילה, שוב ראינו את האור. רוח קלה עוברת בין הסמטאות הישנות, ירושלים אור של בוקר על החומה ועל הלב, דרך פחד, דרך לילה, שוב ראינו את האור, רוח קלה עוברת בין הסמטאות